ask you to really concentrate on listening right now. We're working on listening, active listening, all right?
Listening is a skill that's so important for the students. There are many, many different listening demands. And so by focusing specifically on listening, we then communicate to the teachers that they themselves need to focus on listening, even if they do integrate it with another skill.
What I'd like to talk about are some of the theories that undergird how we think about teaching language and specifically listening skills. So when you say that you need to be a good listener, what would that include?
You're focused on the person that's talking.
So that means you're looking at them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Your ears are open, your mouth is closed, and you're taking in the information.
The way you described right now, attentive listening for you may look very different than what it might look like for somebody else.
They should be able to listen and discriminate from key points to the less important points.
Understanding what's expected of them, like the directions or the instructions or the activity.
Good. All right. The first hypothesis that I want to talk about is the comprehensible input hypothesis. The comprehensible input hypothesis basically states that the input must be at a level that slightly challenges the learner, but not so much as to frustrate the learner or to be beyond their comprehension. Often it's referred to as the I+1, information +1 level.
As you listen, we can really get a better understanding of what these words mean, which is what I want you to really concentrate on. I always want you to know why we're doing certain things. Today's lesson, we focus particularly on mealworms because we have been raising them ourselves in the classroom. They're going to practice active listening, meaning that they're going to be listening for information and be able to try to communicate what they read and what they understand by practicing, saying it in their own words, or what I call paraphrasing. I'm going to read to you mealworms, just general information, but this time I'm going to make it a little harder. Are you ready?
Yes.
You think you can do it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, this class we can do it.
We see Wendy Chong use several strategies to make the content more comprehensible for her English language learners. To begin with, Wendy Chong uses grade-level content material. She's not dumbing down the curriculum. But what she's done is she's broken up the text so that the text isn't so overwhelming.
I'm just going to read one part at a time. I'm going to ask you to listen for information like this. What do you think you heard? What does that mean? And do you think you could practice saying what you heard and what you understand and put it in your own words? You know how we practice putting in your own words?
Yeah.
Okay.
By preparing these students and letting these students in on, these are the questions I'm going to ask you. She is helping the students focus in on what are the key pieces of information that you need to know to really understand this text.
Mealworms are scavengers. Scavengers are those animals like raccoons and cats, yeah, fine. But scavengers are animals that will eat any kind of food they can find.
Oftentimes, students are overwhelmed, and so it's very difficult for them to differentiate which aspects or which pieces of the information are important for them to take in.
They eat mostly grain and grain products such as corn, wheat, and flour.
And in doing this, not only is she developing their listening skills, but she's also developing their learning to learn skills.
Good. I'm going to read it again. Now, close your eyes and see if you can imagine what that looks like. Then we'll share what you heard. Mealworms are scavengers.
The mental imagery exercise is another of those strategies that teaches students to learn how to learn. They can use this in any situation. And indeed, if they can close their eyes and create in their own mind an image of what the text is saying, the students will be able to understand the text better. If you can't create a mental image in your mind, you don't understand what's going on.
Okay, think about what kind of animals they are, and it mentions some names of food that they eat. So if you could tell that and share that with your partners, please. Okay, go ahead, turn around, turn around, and share with your partners.